Eora, a world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel, in a cycle of reincarnation, watched over by the gods. Our gods, some of whom love us more than others. Your home, the Adiran Empire, is treasured by Wodica, Our Lady of Law and Vengeance, the Burned Queen. But our goddess has lately turned her eyes from us, and our empire has suffered revolts, famines, challenges to rightful rule. We lack a common purpose, but we could find it in the living lands, a rich and lawless island settled by fugitives, wanderers, exiles, and us. Yet the more we free this place from danger, the more the land fights back. And now, as our colonists crowd into Paradise, the last safe city, the locals find themselves crowded out. Many years ago, you were born to a family in our Adiran Empire, and in a rare turn of the wheel, you came into this world, a godlike, touched by a patron god in the womb. To some, a blessing; to many, an abomination. You grew up an outsider, but I saw potential in you. Potential and an opportunity. And within my court, you found purpose. Now I call upon your vow to our empire and name you my envoy. Venture forth in the name of your homeland and secure our future.
silmes mitu!
Within wrath!
Bravo, beyond sake! Quethi silmes mitum!
Silva vauru beyond sick!
What do you know of the living lands? The rumors and tales are so vexing, they cannot be true, and yet they are. Those untamed wilds, overgrown with the most curious wonders and the most dreadful abominations. There beats a dark pulse within the heart of that soil. Something vile stirs beneath the earth, seething with rot and decay. A corruption growing beyond everything it touches. Its foul tendrils reach towards us, to lash out at the Empire itself. I command you, go to the living lands, find the roots, and if necessary, sever them. You are my envoy. Remember your vow. The hopes of an empire rest upon you.
Envoy, over here.
You're alive! Thank the gods I pulled you out the wreck when I did. I wasn't about to let the Emperor's envoy die on my watch. At least the journey's not completely lost. I heard the cannons. I couldn't... We...
The name's Garrick, sir. Quarter gunner. 3rd Adheran Fleet. Fort Northreach. Island off the Living Lands. I've been here before. It's an Adheran outpost. But... We are. As soon as we can find ourselves a boat. But we may have bigger things to worry about first. I saw flashes, Envoy. It weren't the storm that wrecked our ship. It was cannon fire, and it could only have come from that fort up the hill. It makes no sense. No one fires on their own countrymen, unless... That's what I'm afraid of too. In the meantime, you survived. That means we're not scuppered yet. As long as you're here, the Emperor's mission can still go ahead. We may not be through with them. Adir's got an embassy in the port of Paradis. Once we make it there, we can regroup, figure out what to do next. I hate to say it, but the fort's probably our only chance of escape. We need supplies, and if our troops have been captured, they'll need our help. Top of the hill. You can't miss it. Those boards up there look old. A good hit and we can be on our way. Take that spear. It's no good to any of our crew anymore.
Okay. I think I see the problem now. Interesting. Alright. I think I got it. Alright, let's go back into this. I think it's good. It should be good now. So you should hear me now. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, so this is what happened. Basically, I was, you know, doing this whole thing, trying to figure out my audio levels and all that stuff. And because most of the time, you know, when you see a video of me, I'm in the living room. I got the brick background. And so I'm like, well, if I'm going to be streaming for like mad long, I don't want to be sitting on that hard-ass chair I have out in the living room. So I was like, let me just come back into the room, just lay in the bed, and just relax. Let me see. So I had to try to figure out how can I use my headset. I kind of figured it out, but I think what happened is that earlier today I was doing something and I disconnected the headset. So I'm thinking that the settings would have kept the same when I reconnected it. But I guess when I disconnect it, I have to reconnect it through OBS every time. So that's good to know. It's good to know to learn these things. It's all a work in progress. But yeah, I think you asked me earlier, and I was thinking you was hearing me, was about the whole Tekken thing. So the whole thing about Tekken,
You look like a dab hand with that.
yeah, there's a lot of people that were having issues with it. One guy named Mike Hollow, I was watching his channel, and so personally speaking, I think too many characters that should be nerfed are getting slaps on the wrist, just like I said in my thumbnail. And I feel like not enough changes are being done, and I feel that Namco is trying to prioritize a little bit too much monetizing, and instead of like fixing the actual issues of the game. So, you know, I'm gonna play season 2 of Tekken 8, but I'm not holding my breath for anything significant. Based on the update that they did with Clive a couple of months, maybe a month or so ago, I don't really have much confidence. Now, I'm open to being surprised, but time will tell. So hopefully, you know, Tekken 8, you know, there's something in it for you that you like. But based on my experience of Namco, I just don't see them correcting their course direction right now. But anything's possible. But like for instance, Jin Kazama. When I saw the change they made with him, his down 2, counter hit, they removed the launch. Okay, fine. But all they did was copy and paste the same shit onto another move, where now he can do fully crouched down forward 4, and that's going to do the exact same thing, but the only difference is that that move is launch punishable if you block the sweep. But it's like, come on, like. And then King is absolutely ridiculous. If King wasn't top 5 in this game before, he's going to be top 5 in season 2 easy. Let me see something. So what about now? Because I think if I just change the lower the volume on my desktop, my laptop should be a little better. I hope that's how it works. I hope I don't have to go into OBS settings to do it. yeah, like, you know, actually it's kind of cool to stand right here and take in the nice scenery, right? while I engage. But yeah, I think actually first off, how is the game audio now? Just so I know the little change I made a difference. So I thought the audio, it's hard to really gauge that. So is the game audio too loud still, or what? Because I put my laptop at 20. I think before I had it at like 40 or 50. But wait, it's still a bit high. I gotta just sort of really open my eyes. So the okay, wow. All right, see, let me see. Let me try this. All right, so what about now? I literally put the I put the volume to like 8. I don't know if that works. I don't know if that works. Let me get a picture of the water. Hopefully it's better now. Hopefully the sound is better. Well, okay. I think... Oh, I think I know what's going on. Okay, I think I do have to go into OBS settings. Yeah. Okay, because I think me adjusting the volume on the desktop is only affecting me. So that's what I think. So I'm gonna go into the OBS settings real quick, and because you say it's the game audio. So alright, let me just chat. Because in my OBS settings, the audio here is minus 4 dB. So let's see. Maybe I'll lower it down. Okay. So I brought it down to minus 7.0 dB. So I don't know if that really made much of a difference. Let's see. Let me go back to the water and see if there's any real difference in it. Any difference now? There should be a difference now. Should be. Because, All right, so okay, so it was the so yeah, it's the advanced settings in the OBS studio. Okay. So I guess I'll let it rock out here then for a bit, but at least I know where I have to change it. Because this whole time I was thinking if I changed the level on my laptop, that it would matter. But I guess it doesn't. So you know, I learned something else today. But just to kind of say something about this game. I know it's not coming through in the best way visually on stream, but you know I have a 55-inch 4K TV, Samsung, and this game is looking pretty fucking good on my end. I can see the complaints though. The animations here look kind of literally janky. I think when I look at this, they could have like added some more animations, like animation frames to make the attack smooth. And then when he jumps, yeah, it's too floaty. It kind of reminds me of a long time ago. I played Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And whenever you go into like third person view and you jump, the fact that you can actually like control yourself after the jump, it makes the character seem kind of floaty. But I like his regular movement though. His regular movement looks pretty good in terms of like where he's placing his feet, one in front of the other. He's moving properly from left to right. Let me see the stealth. Stealth looks okay. It's not no Assassin's Creed, but it's serviceable. Same animation. Okay. I mean, it's decent, I guess. Alright. Let's get on with this. I don't think that there was anything over here. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, I think, hold on. Basin of Reina changes? Oh, you seen Reina? Oh, you're probably talking about the, oh yeah, the preview match, right? Yeah, Reina against, I think it was Asuka, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Well, the one thing I would say that I'm a little bit pleased with is looking at all of the characters that they were showing. Namco already said that every character is getting one new move, but it looks like, you know, when I looked at Azucena, they showed two moves from her. Devil Jin, I think had like a few. He had the unblockable punch. He had the new I think it was an extension to his string. From the first part of the laser scraper to a high kick, and then from the high kick you can do the morning crow where he flies towards you. So it does look like characters are getting more than just one thing. So you know that's it makes it a little bit more exciting for me because you know it's nice to know that characters are getting more than just one lousy thing. So that's pretty cool. I need to rewatch that match again. I need to rewatch that match because I think when the match came on, I kind of went. I think I was doing something in the kitchen because I didn't really have much interest in either of those characters. And then when I was editing my video, I didn't include it in my video, as you probably have seen. So I'll have to look at that again. In fact, I didn't really even look at the practice mode changes that they were going on about, even though, you know, I've heard some decent things, that they added some new things to practice mode. I think they added a new stage for practice mode. But yeah, so you're saying that Reyna has a new low. I mean, I will say the one thing everybody can be happy about, the one thing I think everybody can be happy about is that we don't have to wait long for this, right? Like, I think it's set to drop, I think, April Fool's Day, April 1st. So we don't have a long time to wait. I mean, it would have sucked if it was like, oh, season 2 comes out in June, like, you know. So I think that for it to come out literally a week or so, like, I think that's good. So, you know, we can theorize all we want, but I think, you know,
At least some supply survived, for all the good it does.
So I think that's a good thing.
I don't understand. Why would they fire on us, their own people? No use wondering.
Oh, Wild Rising.
We've got to make sure our troops are safe.
Well, I mean, I don't know much about Reyna, honestly. I know enough to kind of beat the character, but I don't use her. She was one of my earlier problem matchups with Raven. Mostly because I didn't know what the hell she was doing. So, like, basically, the matches early on for me was like, I gotta get you before you get me. You know, like that's a lot. That actually what happens a lot in Tekken. Like, you just gotta get somebody before they get you, and that's real shit. Like, cause ain't nobody gonna be guessing all those damn 50-50s. So as long as I can 50-50 you before you do it to me, that's the goal. But when you start to understand the matchup, how to punish, strings that you can duck, you know, that's where the matchup can turn completely different. But let me see how this looks in first person view, because I haven't really I know people say that's the preferred mode. Let's see. Okay. So this is the mode people say to play the game in. Lee? I don't really like that character to begin with anyway, but Lee is something. Lee is interesting. But then again, I played fighting GM for so many years. I kind of know that matchup. Even with him, like the character having all this new shit, like, you know, I kind of know Lee, the character. Like when you're a Tekken player, as long as I have, you know, it takes a completely brand new character to kind of like give me any problems. Like you can have like a legacy character having a whole bunch of shit. I'll eventually figure it out pretty quick.
Ah, well, I don't suppose they were using that either.
But I'm hoping that Raven gets something that's viable, that's usable. I've seen so many times in games where a company will give a character a move, and it'll be pretty flashy, but it doesn't really work. It's not that effective in like high level play. Like it's a move that'll probably get you launched, and your life will take it, or some other gimmick. So I'm hoping that whatever move that Raven does have, I hope it's a solid move. That's all I can hope for. Well, I did buy this season pass, season 1. Yeah, maybe. I have heard that Namco put in some measures to help people who don't own a DLC character, where you can practice against them. I heard that was something that you couldn't do before. So I heard a lot of the community was upset about that, because in order to practice or lab the character, you have to own it. So I heard that they changed that. I don't know if it's true, because it never affected me, because I have all the characters anyway. But if that is the case, then I don't need to be in a hurry to buy Anna, because I can still lab her, without me, directly owning her. Or at least, I guess, like, if I fight in Anna online, and I can kind of like watch the replay or something, I don't know, and see like, oh, this move was plus, this move was launch one, whatever. And like I said, I have so much legacy knowledge that there are going to be several moves that Anna has that I've seen before. But probably also many that I haven't seen. And besides, shit, money is tight right now, so I ain't trying to spend all that for Tekken. Especially when I know that character's gonna be annoying as hell. So I think it kind of depends for me. If Raven gets something that I feel I can use, I'll probably jump back onto ranked, and I'll start streaming my ranked sessions, which I feel like quite a few people on my YouTube list probably want to see me play ranked. Probably want to see me get frustrated, because I know it's going to happen. But I can still show some of my tactics and show how to use them, and actually prove in real time that they work. Because I had to do that with Lei years ago. I would come up with all these concepts on how to use Lei, and then people were like, "Oh, that shit wouldn't work." I'm like, okay. I go to tournaments. Yep, shit worked. Next thing I know, I've seen a few Lei players started to X-copy my shit. So it is what it is. More so than Clive. Like in being annoying. Clive is annoying. Clive is, I don't know if I would call him brain dead, but he's very annoying to deal with. Especially if you're fighting against somebody that knows what they're doing. But I own him too, because I have the season pass. I use him just enough to learn. I kind of want to play this game in third person. It just seems a little floaty for me. so far the game looks nice. I'll say that. I'll definitely say this does not look like an ugly game. Oh man, Assassin's Creed Shadows. I am in love with that game. I am absolutely in love with that game. I did like 2 streams of it so far, but I was kind of like just fiddling with my OBS settings. I was actually the first stream I did was like 4 hours, and like yeah, I did a 4-hour stream, but I didn't like how the audio came out. The audio was real tinny. It sounded like real mechanical because I was using my webcam, the webcam's built-in microphone, and most people would tell you to not do that, but I was like, you know what? I didn't feel like bringing in my whole setup from the living room into my bedroom. So this time, that's when I figured, all right, let me see if I can connect my Xbox Arctis 9 headset to OBS, and you know, I managed to figure that out. So the audio is much better, and I guess I kind of fixed the audio to where the in-game isn't overpowering my voice, thanks to you. And yeah, so I was actually going to play Dragon Age the Veilguard for a bit, but then I forgot I uninstalled it like 2 months ago. I was like, shit, I don't feel like waiting for it to download. So that's when I was like, oh well, I got Avowed, so let me try this out. And I played my friend in Tekken last night. I was owning him, and, but we had some good matches. He uses Victor, so maybe I'll play that later. But with Assassin's Creed, I mean, I know of all the controversy. I've made like a dozen videos on that game, and you know, it's like the videos I see, you know, it's failing on Steam. Steam numbers aren't great. Female character. I mean, honestly speaking, I really don't care. But let me pin that. Let me explain this other thing I was about to say. So, all of the controversy that Assassin's Creed Shadows has, like, I'm well aware of all of it, and some of it I feel is people being petty. And I thought about making a video about this because I'm subscribed to a lot of channels, and I've been hearing this term grifter a lot. And like for instance, I follow Endymion, I follow Geeks and Gamers, I follow Smash JT, I follow a lot of these larger gaming channels. And the thing I'm starting to notice is that it feels like every single one of their videos is them bitching about something. I'm starting to notice. Now, that's not to say that, you know, there isn't a real issue. I mean, believe me, I made many videos on like Dragon, the Veilguard, Assassin's Creed long before it even came out. But I just feel like after a while, I mean, you know. Oh, the sock can get. Oh, okay. I finally figured out how to turn the game into. Okay. I was all right. Side thought. When I started this game, I was trying to figure out how to if there was an option to choose to go between performance mode and quality mode, and so I just found it. But anyway, but yeah, with Assassin's Creed, you know, there's just a lot of people talking a lot of shit, and if you didn't know any better, you would think that Shadows is like the worst game ever made. Like, it's just, I just feel like a lot of it is overrated, or just people just complaining about shit. Like, the other thing I'm seeing, what, the game ended? Hold on. Oh, the game has to restart when I go back to the. So if I choose a different, if I go between performance and quality mode, I guess if the game resets. Interesting. But yeah, I don't mind playing a female character as long as she's done well. Like Naue, I personally love the voice acting. I think the facial animations are really, really good. When her father died early in the game, oh, this is much better. This is a much better performance. Much smoother. Wow. Yeah, when her father passed away, you know, got killed, the amount of emotion in her, you know, in her face, it was painful. Like, they nailed that. The stealth aspect of the game, as far as I'm concerned, is probably some of the best I've played so far. I haven't gotten to Yasuke outside of the beginning of the game when you're using him to, like, you know, murder all the ninjas. But even my time with him was pretty decent in that short opening scene segment. But yeah, I'll probably hop on that game pretty soon. You know what? Assassin's Creed Shadows is one of those games that I can see myself playing for a very long time. So yeah, to your question, I definitely will be playing that game in immersive mode. I think that's what it's called. Like, that's the mode where everybody is speaking their native language and all that. So yeah. But even as a, like, for instance, as a content creator, there's so much I can do with that game that, like, for instance, I can choose to play as Naue, I can choose to play as Yasuke, I can choose to see, get through this area without being detected and without killing anybody. Or the only thing I do is knock people out. Or I play the game with only this weapon. So there's so much, like, nuance and ideas that I can think of to, like, make content surrounding Assassin's Creed. And I love how the lighting works in the game. Like, you know, when you're venturing outside, and if you're going prone and you're, like, crawling, you can see the light meter either goes significantly smaller, or you're, like, completely, like, invisible. Like, yeah, I love the game, and I think they did a good job. It's just unfortunate that Bethesda chose controversy over culture, and because of all the controversy surrounding Assassin's Creed Shadows, that controversy is holding the game back, and it's going to be next to impossible to get rid of
We've got to hurry.
So I feel that if the game did not have all the controversial shit that it has right now, this game on Steam would probably be over 100,000 plus people playing the game, and Ubisoft would have announced sales numbers by now. But because of the controversy, it's it's sending like this message that the game is bad. The game is great. It's just the controversy is really affecting the game's momentum. So that's how I see it, because playing the game and owning the game, well, I don't own it yet, but I'm playing it through Ubisoft Connect until I, get some money at the end of the month. But playing the game, seeing the character models, the game is very well done from what I can see. Now I'm still very early on in the game, so I don't know if there's going to be some nonsense happening. I have heard from several people that there's a lot of like gay shit, a lot of mental illness shit in the game, but to my understanding, those are relationships that you can choose to have or don't have. So if that's the case, then that's like that's basically how it was back with the original Dragon Age and original Mass Effect trilogy. It's like there was always some gay random dude that's trying to like flirt with you, and you can either choose to do it or don't do it. So yeah. Oh nah. That's where I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree. The whole situation with Assassin's Creed Shadows is that shit has so much controversy. Let's talk about, there are many things of the Japanese culture, from the religious aspect, from weapons, from certain patterns, that apparently Ubisoft did not consult the Japanese about. And a lot of now a person can say, well, Ubisoft, their games are based on historical fiction. Okay, I get that. But the argument that I push for Assassin's Creed is, in the time period that the game is set in, toward the end of the Sengoku era, which is leading into the Edo period, the samurai, right? And like kind of like going toward the 16th century. Out of all of the historical figures that they could have used, they decided to use Yasuke. The only real reason why Ubisoft went with Yasuke is for DEI purposes. That's it. There is nothing I have seen that lets me know otherwise. And the reasoning is very simple. Originally, Assassin's Creed Shadows was set to have a male and a female shinobi. That's what they were going to have. They were going to have a male and female ninja. And that would make sense because ninja are the ones that operate in the shadows. Ninjas do assassination. Samurai do neither. So why in the hell is there a samurai as a lead protagonist in an Assassin's Creed Shadows game? So it's like somebody's telling me that 2 plus 2 is 50. It just doesn't add up. So he's basically in this game due to the situation that happened with the Black Lives Matter movement and the George Floyd situation. The timeline syncs up perfectly. They decided to get rid of the male shinobi because they did not want to get rid of Naue, the female, because then they didn't want that controversy of saying, well, Assassin's Creed has 2 male leads. Where's the female representation? So they decided, and because she's Japanese. So that's the reason why they decided to keep her. But they decided, okay, we can get our DEI points by putting in Yasuke, and we can capitalize on the awareness of the Black Lives Matter movement because of what happened to George Floyd. That's precisely what's going on. And also, I've made many videos breaking down exactly what DEI is and how it's implemented. A lot of people they get offended because they seem to think that DEI is like affirmative action. It's not. Affirmative action is similar. They have similar aspects. It's like comparing a tiger to a lion. They're both cats, but they're also very different. So people just like there's this outrage. I'm like, look, these people don't understand what they're talking about. The more DEI boxes that you can check off for a product, a movie, a TV show, a video game, you're going to get more favorable investors to invest into your company, and you're getting additional ESG funding from very popular, not going to say popular, very powerful companies. So all of this talk of Ubisoft having financial problems, there's more than going on than meets the eye. Because it just, if you had a business and you're doing something in your business, you're selling something, whatever you're doing, and you're seeing that it's causing you to lose money, at what point in time are you going to make a course correction? None of this woke DEI shit works. Nobody likes it. I mean, if you're, I don't know if you're aware, but that recent Snow White movie that came out, that shit cost about 93 or 97 million dollars to make, and the movie has brought in around 40 million. That is a catastrophic flop. So they tried to gender swap, no, not gender swap, excuse me, they tried to race swap Snow White, and it failed. So it is an agenda that's being pushed. That is 100% factual. And there's a lot of controversy that surrounds that. And unfortunately, video games is now like one of the battlegrounds for that. Like, you know, we saw the complete utter destruction of Dragon Age, the Veilguard. That franchise is doomed. Even though I may like the game, I enjoy the combat, the graphics, but pushing that narrative of I'm non-binary and all sort of bullshit, it killed the game. It killed the game. And then that tranny that made the game, that dude left the company and is now, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's part of Wizards of the Coast, working on a new game. So it was never about making the best Dragon Age game you can make. It was all about pushing this non-binary company. Like, that's what it was. So unfortunately, you know, this is what we got to deal with. This is the landscape of gaming right now. So even this game right here, Avowed, you know, I've heard a lot of talk about this game, and one of the things that I didn't like is that the creative director, this chick was never a creative director. She was always a writer. So they promoted this chick to be creative director who has no experience leading a team. None. It's like this DEI thing, it's all about satisfying cultural, racial, and gender quotas. It's not based on any kind of merit. It's not based on any kind of experience, any kind of ability, nothing. So I'm very concerned about the gaming industry as a whole because it's not going in the right direction. You know, it just isn't. It just isn't. Let me see here. So it also makes it hard for Capcom to probably remake Resident Evil. Oh yes, I've heard that was You know, it's a good point you bring up. I've heard that for a long, long time. I've heard that for a long time. Even when the game first came out, you want to talk about controversy? A white man going into, I think he was in Africa, shooting up a bunch of black folk? Man, they set themselves up for that one. Like, it's the current climate that we're in right now. It's very hard. You have to walk on a lot of eggshells. Because even if you go further back, you go to Resident Evil 4. It was basically the same thing, but this time you shoot up Spanish folk. Like, it's just, this shit is wild. It's really wild. But I just, you know, I try to, as a small YouTuber, right? I try to put forth the best content I can, even though it's only me. I'm like literally the creative director, the lighting guy. I'm everything. I do everything. And so when I watch a lot of these larger channels, these larger YouTube channels, and they're putting out video after video after video, I'm like, all right, these motherfuckers must be getting help, because ain't no way they're doing all of this on their own. It's impossible. There's only but so much time in the day. So I say that to say this. When I see a lot of the controversial stuff that a lot of the other YouTubers cover, and I'm like, all right, cool. Yasuke, the black so-called samurai, okay. Clearly he's added for DEI purposes. This is 100% factual. There's no doubt in my mind about it. Now you can make the argument of whether he was a samurai or not. Personally, I don't give a shit, because I'm playing an Assassin's Creed game, and if Yasuke was a Japanese samurai, I still wouldn't care, because he's a samurai. And that's the point. That's the part that I really want people to understand about my position, is that I don't care that he's black. I don't even care if he was a samurai or not. My issue is that finally we're in a feudal Japan environment for this franchise, and you call your game Shadows, and one of our protagonists is a samurai. And I'm not sure many people can get that, understand my point. You know, I've heard people that don't like him because he's black. I've heard people that don't like him because they don't feel he was a samurai. And you're seeing a lot of this back and forth, and I'm sitting here in the cut with my arms folded like, I don't care what neither side is saying. I'm not using a samurai when there's a ninja here. Like, so there's just so much controversy in gaming now that let me tell you something. My actual favorite games to play right now, and maybe you've probably played a few, are those retro 8, maybe 16-bit looking games, like this one called Blasphemous. That's an amazing side-scrolling Metroidvania style game. Like, those are the type of games that I love right now. There's no fucking agenda in those games. Well, not any that I know. It's just a old school video game experience. You know, you play through the game, you have your little story. There's no pronouns. There's nobody trying to preach to you about representation. It's just a video game. You can shut your brain off, enjoy the game, and that's what I love. And it just makes me, it takes me back to when I was a kid. I'm 44 years old, and you know, when I was 5 years old playing my first game, growing up and whatnot, you know, all of this pronoun shit is still pretty new to me. You know, it's like, we just want to play video games. We just want good quality stories. We want characters that have a decent backstory. We just want something quality. And I think that's slowly being lost. Now it's just, oh, I'm non-binary, I'm gay, I'm this, I'm that. Okay, well, what else? What do you mean, what else? I'm trans. Okay, and it's like, I don't give a shit. So, I don't know. Shit, I may have to retitle this damn stream, just call it just chatting or something, because I haven't done much playing. But yeah, you see side scrolls. Yes. You know, like Castlevania, all those games. There's so many good quality side-scrolling games right now. There's one on Game Pass right now. I think it's called Nine Tails or Nine Souls. Like you can, like they say, it's very Sekiro. It's very Sekiro-like, where you have to do a lot of parries and deflection. I own Blasphemous 1. I missed out on a deal. I'm so mad. I missed out on a deal to buy both games for $22. I'm so mad. But yeah, there's a lot of Metroidvania games coming out and that are already out that are just so, they're just so good, you know. But let me see. But anyway, trying to talk about this game. I really like the quality mode here. This shit runs very smooth. Definitely like it. Let's see if I can get a little further in this game. Salt and Sink. Yes, you know, it's funny. I heard about that game. There's a YouTube channel. I stumbled on him. He was showing the top, or the best 25 Metroidvania style games, and that game was one of them.
Zara should be here. Haven't the troops been doing patrol? Now you've done it! Let's not work again!
Games out there that I want to try out, but you know, money wise, I'm struggling.
What's up ahead?
So I'm just doing the best I can. Once I paid my rent and had to put some money toward the Con Edison electric bill, it kind of just left me pretty much broke. So hell, I wasn't even able to renew my Game Pass membership, so I'll have to wait for a little bit to do that. And so yeah, the struggles of being a New Yorker when you live on your own. But we do what we gotta do. But when I get some extra money, I think
How many of these damn things
Yeah,
are
I think I'm
there?
gonna look into one of those other games. Probably the Salt Sanctuary game. Oh, okay. Yeah. Get your grocery shopping on. Get something healthy.
Springberries, good. Those should rally us. Here.
Let me switch back to first person. I mean third person. I really do like how the character model looks in third person. It's just I can deal with the attacking, but the way how do you jump? Oh, that's how you jump. Okay. Wait, what the hell? So they have the jump button and the dash button the same? Okay, that's interesting. I guess in their eyes, from a gameplay standpoint, they probably feel that in combat you're going to be doing a lot more dodging and jumping anyway. So I guess maybe that's it. Let me take this opportunity to actually see my menu. What do we have? Alright, so here's... The map looks really nice though. It's a really good looking map here. Oh wow, this is the whole world. Oh, this looks really nice. Oh wow, okay. This is the fighter tree. So the ranger, oh wow, look at that magic. So the rangers and your bow and arrow. Your bow and arrow, rapid one-handed melee attacks. Alright, wizard. Magic, of course. So, okay. So we have, so these are level 1 abilities.
Gods, it's a bloodbath. They've torn the place apart from the inside. Did they? Were they fighting each other? Envoy, I don't like this. What's that on their face?
I remember some of the soldiers praying around that Adra pillar. Hope it helped their souls find the beyond.
We rise from slumber. Is it you?
These used to be nice quarters. this what they were like? It's put its guard up. Hit it with everything you've got. I thought I had your back. Guess you've got mine.
Original intent to play that game. I guess I'll install it later today. I haven't gotten very far, but that game's not that bad either. I mean, if you know, ignore all the mental illness bullshit that's in the game.
Surely there's a way to clear those brambles. Ah, up there. Margarine's Fury. That'll do it. Burn right through the brush. If we can get it down, that is.
About time. Oh God! What's the matter with your face? Stay back. I'm not catching whatever's on your head.
Easy. He's a godlike.
You mean a god gave you that face? Touched your soul and everything?
That's right.
Never seen one of your kind before. I always heard folks say you were blessed. Looks more like a curse to me.
Shit, I don't look that bad. Let me see.
They never talk to you? Huh. They must not like you very much.
That's the Imperial envoy you're talking to. Show some respect.
The Imperial? Shite, I should have known you were Adherents too. Funny you survived while all your friends here went belly up. One less Adherent ship, as far as I'm concerned. Adir's had their boot on Paradise since their first soldiers came.
'Cause the place is pure chaos.
Did you not think we liked it that way? I have to smuggle just to get anything past your damn checkpoints.
You say that now, wait till you see it. Paradisans will knife you in the back over a dirty look.
At least we don't go mad and slaughter each other. The day I came, I noticed the guards talking gibberish. Then the killing started. They went wild. Stabbed their mates in their sleep. I told you, they weren't right. When the storm came, they fired the cannons. Their faces changed. That soldier in here tried to strangle me. I had to defend myself. I can tell the difference.
I've got a bad feeling about this. It doesn't make sense. What if she murdered that soldier and she's just trying to cover it up?
Wait. Look. We don't have to like each other, but we can all get out alive. I left my boat at the edge of the island. It should still be there. I don't see how the soldiers could have found it yet. You let me out, and all three of us can go to Paradise.
Envoy, I've tangled with Paradisan smugglers before. She'd say just about anything to get out that cell. Her story's full of holes. What if the boat's not there? What if she turns on us?
For fuck's sake, be reasonable. Don't listen to him.
Oh man, she's making a strong argument here. I gotta respect that. Let me see. Oh shit, I don't care if you're guilty or innocent. I don't care. Oh man, I'll be taking your shit, but I'm afraid you're staying here. Damn. So we have a few asshole choices here. Must be nice. I'm getting kind of sleepy. I should take a nap actually. I've been up all night.
It's in the warden's room. They blocked it off when things went south. You can find a way in, though. You seem smart.
If we live to regret this...
I might actually just, might take a quick power nap, because, yeah, I'm about to just chill out, so I'll get back on this later. So far, I kind of like it. I was talking to somebody in the stream for a while without even playing the game, so I guess I'll jump back on stream later. I'll start this game from scratch and try to focus more so on the game.